Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Maddie. I post new Sims content every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you aren't new here, welcome back. We've got another installment of Meet the Bairdston. So this is our Royal Mafia family. And so we've got some pretty interesting gameplay going on for you guys today. So yep, just stay tuned and we are going to get right on into it. So please don't forget to check out my other videos I've posted if you guys are interested in that tie stick excursion, you know, mountain climbing, things of that nature, and meeting Ben Ronkers. I literally just completed that scenario. So those videos are up, as well as just some tutorials and some custom content. So you guys are welcome to go check out my page then. Please leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe, as I do post videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I hope you guys enjoy. So when we last left off, we were hauled off to the clink and we had to secure a lawyer and all of these extra things. We had to go ahead and run around and launder most of our money that we made from these illegal dealings. So technically I am just now getting back from, you know, being held for, I think it was like 48 hours, like 2 sim days, but it felt like the longest time ever. But she's back. She's great. We're catching up with our gang members. We're getting the loot from all of those, you know, missions I sent them out on, to robbery, drug dealing, all of those different things. So yep, we are getting caught up with our members. Before I could even get everything, you know, situated with my gang members, I'm hauled off to trial. She's gone. Yeah, gone. I was trying to get my other gang members, and yeah, she's hauled off to trial, so now we are waiting. Says Nerys is starting trial now. Best of luck. Chances are she is going to need it. Ouch. Because obviously that means I'm in some deep doo-doo if you think I'm going to need luck when I spent like $25,000 off rip for this lawyer. Crazy. So obviously now my husband, the king, is now an acting single parent. And clearly he can't do this all by himself. So we're going to call and hire a nanny like we usually do, because mom is currently away from the shop. And of course, with mom away and the lazy maid, dad does need to pick up on some of the cleaning around the house. So clean that little cutting board. Anyway, trial has ended, so law firm Douche and Scum, the defendant has been found guilty in a misdemeanor. The judge ruled the defendant pay a fine and a short prison stay starting immediately. And just in case y'all didn't see that fine was gargantuan, okay? Like, what if I didn't have $400,000? That is crazy. And then I'm fired. I don't even understand how I'm fired from the royal family, because I really didn't even do any jobs for them. I just picked out, you know, I don't know. But I was thrown for a loop for that when it said, like, I was fired. And I wonder if I can get the job back. But the real question is, why is she more upset about being fired rather than being in prison? And since when do they send you to prison for misdemeanors? Why am I not in the county jail? And at this point, Nerys has been in jail for only like an hour and a half, and she's already leveled up her fitness skill. Girl, sit down. You just got there. Like, you don't want these people thinking you're a threat. What is happening? So while the queen is in prison, we still have the brew house to keep up with and make a success, because, you know, they just took a heaping, hopping, helping of our money. I mean, I'm sure he, you know, doesn't fault me for that. I'm sure he still loves me so much and, you know, will stick by my side. But he does still have to carry out all of the things that I was doing now that I'm not there. And let me tell you something. Talia, whatever, however you pronounce her name, she's been hitting my husband's phone all day. Leave him alone, girl. Like, he's married. Calm down. Go away. It's so nice to see that my husband is feeling down from a family member being incarcerated. It just lets me know that he does love me and he still cares for me, and he is feeling helpless that he can't help me. But it's okay, because his money helped me, you know, the best way it could, and I still ended up in prison. So I don't think I'll be going with Douche and Scum if I ever get wrapped up in anything again, because you spent all that money for nothing. Like a misdemeanor, you should have got me off. Period. Point blank. But whatever. The restaurant is open now, so he's doing his due diligence, making sure everybody's feeling welcome, making sure that we get up to our 3 stars that we deserve to be at. And once again, Talia, however you want to pronounce it, is texting my phone. Ugh. sorry about the last message, you know. Girl, you meant to butt dial me. You meant to send me a whole bunch of nothing because you wanted me to think about you. The fact is, I'm thinking, why is you contacting my husband? But this is also great practice and growth for the king because community support as a king is great to get out and support the community. There's a lot of talent and maybe your donation is good. So this helps him with his reputation because, like we mentioned before, he does need to host a charity ball, but he does have to have a pristine reputation and be of a celebrity status. So we just need to make sure he gets there so he's able to host that ball and check off those aspiration goals as well. So this is very helpful, you know, even though I am in prison. He is, you know, holding things down for the Bairdston. Love you, babe. And to be fair, he has done a good job with the restaurant. We are finally up to 3 stars, so that is great. And one thing I will forever be confused about is the land grab power company. Because how are you going to send me a notification saying pay your bill or it's going to get shut off? And then, like, right after you're saying it's shut off. Like, you gave me no time. And you know, I kind of forgot to pay the bills. You know, it's been a lot going on lately. You know, my wife went to court. Now she's in prison. I got the babies by myself. They're sad. I'm running this restaurant I've never ran before. You know, things are just, there's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of chaos right now, you know. So I think they should be a little bit more kind and generous. But one thing that also has me in the chokehold is, why is my daughter feeling sad about a family member being incarcerated? Like, who told y'all that I was in jail? Who said that to y'all? Y'all are, like, literally, you can't even talk. So who told y'all this? You know, like, I don't need my daughters knowing that I was in jail. And now that I think about it, Nancy Landgrab, do y'all think her and her family own the Landgrab Power Company? Do y'all think maybe there's a connection between the two? Or do you think just, you know, they just got the same, you know, name? I just think that's a high coincidence factor. So our end of shift review was actually terrible. We only net profited $74, which is really bad. But we only made $642 just off of sales. So we didn't have as many customers as I'd like, but we did get up to 3-star restaurants. So we're able to, you know, mark up our prices just a little bit more because we are a little bit more of a hot commodity now. So we're now back home, and first things first, we gotta pay our bills so we're not in the dark when it comes, you know, time for the sun to set. And on top of that, I did forget to mention to you guys, with being part of the royal family, you do get fan mail. I have no idea why, you know, the fans of the royal family insist on sending stuff that goes bad in the mail, because I literally got a spoiled cupcake and spoiled fish, and I get a spoiled fish like all the time. So usually what I do with the spoiled fish, I just mount it because I can't eat it, and obviously, like, I don't want to throw away, you know, a gift someone gave. So, you know, just mount it and put it on your wall somewhere from all, like, you know, from all the fan fish. So something really funky here happened with my game. So right now I am giving Yasina a bath, but you know, the nanny comes over and asks for her. So I handed her off to a ghost. Like, I handed her off and she disappeared. So when I go to click on her, it's taking me over to the lake or the river or whatever that is. And I'm like, where is my daughter? Like, where is she? So I'm very confused at this point. So now I'm like, okay, well, where's the nanny? Because, you know, I handed her off to the nanny. So she should be, you know, around here somewhere. Can't find anybody. Can't find my daughter. Can't find the nanny. And clearly, I can't find the maid either because this house has dirt everywhere. So I'm just very confused. And so now my daughter's saying she's very sad because she's very hot. And I'm like, where are you? Like, I don't know where to come and get you from. And I'm looking around. I'm dead ass looking around like, where is she? So finally I was like, you know, Madeline, think. Ooh, I can just click on the crib and, you know, click her and put infant to bed. And hopefully she will just spawn. And look, she spawned. Like, I was just like, you know, hopefully she'll spawn. And she did, thank God. And I'm like, I don't know where she went or why she was outside or how she got there or where the nanny is. But I have recovered my daughter, and she is in her crib safe and sound. However, this is what really kind of freaked me out about this whole ordeal. I get to looking around for the nanny once again because I'm like, okay, where is she? All of a sudden, I just see food on the counter being made, but nobody is there making it. Like, what? I'm confused. So I'm still looking now. The pan's on the stove, right? So I was like, you know what? We gotta. I don't know what's happening, but we gotta save an exit, get out of here because there's ghosts making food now. But I go back into the game and the nanny appears, and I'm like, thank God you're not a ghost. So now that we've got that figured out, I was like, let me go ahead and gather a few of some celebs I've met and head out to a club or bar and not really get to know them, but kind of bribe them in a sense so that I can have this pristine reputation and a good friendship with these celebrities. So as you can see, our reputation is almost that pristine. We've got a little bit more work to do. So what I want to do is basically bribe these celebrities. I'm just going to give them gifts of money because who doesn't like simoleons? Simoleons, you know, they pay for everything, as they should. So I figured with their celebrity status, it'll determine how much they get. So she's only, I believe, a B-lister, or a rising, yeah, she's a rising star. So I only gave her 100 simoleons because she's not, you know, that big of a deal. But when it comes to somebody who's an A-lister or who's like, you know, world famous or stuff like that, I would give them, you know, 1,000 to 5,000 simoleons in a gift. But, you know, even the smallest little gift will get you to earn a little bit more positive reputation. And you are able to tell if it's earning you reputation or not because after you see like the plus, you know, friendship sign and all of that, you'll see like a little green angel with a plus as well after the interaction. So you know that interaction is contributing towards your reputation or not. And the same is to be said about negative interactions that negatively impact your reputation. So you'll get that same little angel, but in red and a minus. So if you're like one of those criminals, you know, that's what you set out to be, or, you know, you want to be most hated, you'll want that sign. But right now, he's the king. He needs to be pristine and he needs to be, you know, loved world round. So I am still giving out gifts, but at this point, I'm going to give her a friendly gift, which is a mounted salmon because it's less expensive than that mounted eel I already have. So I wanted to save that more expensive gift for a more famous celebrity. So I gave her, you know, the mounted salmon. And she liked it. She thought it was kind and, you know, it boosted our friendship and it boosted my reputation. So I was like, ooh, great. You know, maybe Brittany would love a mounted eel. You know, it's more expensive than that mounted salmon that I just gave Shorty and she liked it. So I was like, well, I guess we'll see. And this just goes to show that all women do not like the same things because before she even opened the box, we already had a negative friend interaction. But I did earn some reputation. She just hated the gift. I'm so sorry, girl. I will do better next time. Money and only money. You have my word. So then, after being, you know, let down with the bad, terrible gift that was just unappreciated, I went out with a group of men. And I was like, yep, what's happening, fellas? And I basically did the same thing with them. And, you know, gifted all of them. Got that pristine reputation built up. And we're going from there. And of course, I still want to keep my celebrity status intact, so I went ahead and got a round for everybody, which increases our celebrity status and our reputation as well in one sitting, so that's cool. After catching up with the fellas, obviously I had to go back to the restaurant because we are open again tonight because we need to make that money, honey. Anyway, there was a few hiccups with staff. The notification comes across that Nalani is very unsatisfied with her job, try giving her a promotion or encouraging her to improve her morale. Okay, fine. I see her stomping around. I see her really just angry, dissatisfied with her job, right? So, for one, I wanted to go ahead and, you know, praise her for a good job. I wanted to encourage her that she's still doing a good job. But right as I'm getting ready to, you know, say, girl, you're doing a good job, you got this, don't worry, like, we got you, why does she spill these people's food right in front of them? plates, glasses are broken. She's standing in a pile of mush. So when she did that, I no longer wanted to praise her for good work because you're not doing good work any longer. You're making a mess now. So at this point, I'm wanting to check up on you. I'm wanting to know exactly what's going on with you because you've been promoted. I've sent you to extensive training, so this shouldn't even be a problem. You're letting your emotions get the best of you, and you're embarrassing me and the company. So we don't do that around here. So, I canceled out praise because I'm not praising you anymore. I just want to know what's wrong with you. And fact is, I'm not handing out promotions like Halloween candy. You have to work for this. And fact is, we're not making enough for me to promote you for you to do shitty work. So when I ask her what's up, she decides to tell me, listen, Mr. Bairdston, maybe you should spend more time with the business than checking on me. Really? Well, you can get the F out, girlfriend. You won't make another dime in the Bairdston brew house, and I can tell you that for sure. You can go cry in your Honda, because you won't be crying in the Porsche with me, babe, okay? And what really sucked is that lowered my reputation, even though, you deserve to be fired. You're not going to talk to me like that, and I'm literally trying to figure out what's going on with you. I want to know, is the work too hard? Or, do you feel like you're being underpaid? Is that really what it is? But you decide to tell me to basically F off and focus on my restaurant. So you know what? Focusing on my restaurant is what I will do, and you will be fired. You will no longer work for me in my restaurant, and I have just replaced you. Next. And with today taking some hard turns, the end of shift review was actually really good. We made a little over 800 simoleons, so that's good for today's work. My only issue is with giving out promotions is, sometimes the profit isn't there for the promotion, so we just have to make sure we're doing right by that. All of my staff is pretty much neutral except for my host, so I will need to get with her and maybe promote her. I'm not quite sure. And I don't know why people like to come to this restaurant to have sex. It gets on my nerves. This is an establishment. This is a professional environment. Why you're here doing that, I have no idea. But you need to stop and go home. But altogether, today was a good day. We're just going to go around collect all these plates that the waiters didn't collect before leaving. And we are going to bounce out of this place. So a few days later, on Monday, she is finally out of jail, free at last. Nerese, free at last, girlfriend, because it has been a long week, y'all. It has felt like a month playing with just the king. I felt like she was gone for freaking ever, but it was only a week. And obviously, the first thing I want to do when I get back home is to love on my babies who aren't in their cribs. I have no idea why every time I come back, they're literally sitting beside or underneath their crib. Yasina's head is literally underneath the crib. I don't understand. But regardless, I'm going to go hug my babies. I'm going to go hug my husband and just tell them I miss them so much. And clearly, my man's been missing me just a little bit. It's okay, babe. I missed you too. And yeah, we gonna get it on and popping because I've been away for a week and clearly we need to pick up where we, left off. We gotta make sure things are still good in the hood, if you know what I'm saying. And after getting back familiarized with my little bird, we are going to donate to charity because we still need to keep up our reputation. And this does also get us to a newcomer celebrity level. So that's good. And now that it's proper daytime to invite my gang members over, that is exactly what I did because the work don't stop, babe. The hustle, the grind, it don't stop. Regardless if I was pent up or not, we are back in action, back in business, babe. So I'm going to go ahead, send everybody out on the robbery missions. Going to go ahead, make sure there is weed for them to sell. I don't know why Don is walking through the wall, but he did. But yeah, just making sure everything's good. And then also didn't get loot from some of my gang members from before due to the fact that I had to go to court. So we're just catching up with them, making sure that everything's good. And then we will get to our next levels as far as, getting our headquarters and doing a little bit more. And finally, we got our Crown Estate funds. Love that. So yeah, we are back on top and hopefully we stay there. And the last thing we have to catch up on from being back from prison is our lovely garden of weed. Some of the plants have grown pests and things and weeds and things, and some of them are ready to evolve. So we're getting that going. We're making sure those are good. Now with the tie stick excursion that I did, I wasn't really keen on making my plants like excellent condition or perfect condition, if that makes sense. With these plants, I really want to make sure they are the best of the best. So I want to make sure I'm, doling out good quality to also, get the good money for the good quality weed. And then it's a good thing that I put both of those games in the same save. So that way I won't need her to go and climb up a mountain to meet Ben Ronkers to get this extravagant weed. I can just go next door, down the street, and I can be like, hey girl, become friends with my other sim and just have her, either gift me or sell me that weed. So it works out. And if you guys saw my Royal Revenge installment, you would know why I am avoiding Alice Spencer Kim right now. I probably shouldn't. I really should just go ahead and probably sell her some weed because, it wasn't a saved file. However, you did, try to come up on my man twice, girl. So I just kind of keep her at arm's length. I should probably remove her as one of my clients, but I don't know. I just have to get out of that feeling first and, just get into my bag instead. But as of right now, I'm keeping her on the outs. But I did want to go ahead and come to the restaurant and launder this money I got from my gang members because I don't want the heat back on me from the police just yet. So just gonna go ahead and make sure that money kind of disappears out of my account. So that is it for today's update of Meet the Bairstons. When we come back, we'll get that headquarters set up. We'll get a lot of things going that probably isn't on the legal side, but it'll be on the funner side of things. And yes, I know funner is not a word, but I am using it. But I hope to see you guys in my next video. As I said before, I do post new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Please leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I really do hope to see you guys in my next video. Have a great evening.